Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. Bringing it closer. In this video, I want to show you the Bitcoin price, show you what I see in the info, or in the charts. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Let's take a look. Real quick, I've got the monthly time frame. Give it that. Got a monthly time frame up for Bitcoin. You can see here 1 month time frame because I want to give you a big broad perspective of what's going on, how I feel, where we are in the market is right now. Because it's gone up, it's going down. People are unsure where the price is going. This hopefully just gives you a nice clean insight. Monthly time frame on the index chart. When you zoom out, right? When you really zoom out, you can see price action here. I'm going to keep it nice, clean, and simple. Let me get rid of these blue lines for now. You don't need these. We're just going to focus on the price action, the RSI, which is this blue indicator line here with the yellow line going through it. And then we've got the stochastic RSI at the bottom, right? So let's take a look at this. What do we know to be true, right? First, the RSI. Every time we've seen peak points of the market, the top of the bull cycles, I'm talking about these points right here. That's a bit of a big circle. I'm gonna go back and get my little circle thing. Where's my little circle thing? You can use a little circle thing. Here we go, eclipse. There we go. So every time we've seen these peak points, right? This is better. I'm getting there. I promise you I'm getting there. The tops of the cycle, they've always measured up directly with this RSI. You can see here I've drawn it, and I'm going to make it really big so you can see, right? This is the peak in 2013's top, and you can see we peaked it out. We can see like a sharp, and make it a bit smaller so you can see it all. You can see a sharp movement upwards on the RSI, and then it comes back down, and you can see when we've seen the bottom of bear markets down here, it's always come down to this base line, which I've drawn a white line below. Forget this white line for a second. That's sort of like take profit kind of thing. This is if you see this blue line come up, you better take some damn profits. And look again, RSI goes up, price goes up, we peak up at the top here. Look at where the tip of this RSI is, right up here. This is the monthly time frame, remember. So each candle is 1 month's worth of action. This has taken over a few years to get to the top. We see the massive bear crash that comes down, holds support on this baseline here, and then we see it rally again. We see the blue line on the RSI come up, and look at price action coming up, and then we peak up at the top here. This RSI peaks up exactly at the top. So what do we know? We know that when this blue line comes up relative to this white line here, you better take some damn profits, because that's what I'm looking at. So we have time right now. We've got time because the blue line is down here, which means it could take a bit more time. Let's have a quick look. Where's my little drawing thing again? My little brush. Here we go. That's changed. It never used to be like that. We've got a bit more time until this sort of does something like this, where it might not look exactly like that. Just draw like funny looking circle shapes. Actually, no, that was a bit silly. I'm just gonna have fun with it, Until we see something like this, like we'll see the RSI eventually come up, and then it will peak and hit the top. And when you see it hit this line, and if you don't want to miss it, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to show you this is more likely when we are likely to see the top of the market. How do we know when it's about to flip and reverse and come back down? This is when the stochastic RSI plays an important role. And I'm going to bring this up so you can see this one here, extremely important. Let's take a look back at the past again. So again, look, I'm going to shrink it like this. Tops of the cycles. Actually, this one is kind of, back in 2013, there wasn't much people buying and selling this, so you didn't have much data. So the volatility was a bit more crazy. But usually we're looking for a cross with this blue line and the yellow line. When everything's down in the bear market, you can see it comes right down here. It comes out of this sort of faded, or sort of this blue zone, comes out of these dotted lines, and then the lines, the blue line and the red line come down. You can see it over here. I'm going to show you. It comes down, and then it stays down here for a period of time. When it starts to go back up, when we start to see buy momentum, buy power kicking in, the blue line and the red line cross. So look, in this phase, the blue line was behind, and the red line was in front. You see, like every time it comes down, blue line's behind, cross happens, it falls down. And look at this, it crosses, the blue line's now in front, the red line's behind it, and they both sort of come up together. If it breaks back into this blue zone, expect buy power to kick in. That's showing that buy momentum's coming in. So look, it comes in, it goes up, and this is when you start to see, look, the beginnings of a bull cycle, and all through it, it has an insane rally because, it breaks up here, the buy momentum's powerful, and it tends to remain up here for a period of time. Not always, sometimes, because you can see here, it didn't do it as long, right? But this is what I'm hoping for this cycle. right? Well, I'm hoping for it to pierce up out of these dotted lines and then remain above here for a long period of time. So this coin, the price of Bitcoin can just keep going up and 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 up, right? So like I said, when the blue and the red cross again, this is what you're waiting for. Look, the top of the market is in. You've confirmed it with the RSI here because of the tip, right? And then you come down here and look at the stochastic RSI. You want to see if this blue line and red line cross, and you want to see if it comes down and breaks this dotted line, entering back into this zone. This is going to be your calling card right here. When you see this, that's when you need to seriously consider taking profits if you haven't already done so, because if you don't, you're going to miss the top and you're going to miss everything and you're just going to fall on your damn face. You're going to get no profits. Okay, I'm really trying to help you here. So let's take a look forward. We saw a massive rally up. We saw this massive rally up. It happened too fast. I had to have a little call off, and that's what we saw. We saw the C19 event. Am I talking too fast? Let's slow it down. It went crazy parabolic in a short space of time. We saw a call off period. Then we had the Black Swan event. The 19 event came down, and then we saw prices bounce, rebounce off that and come straight back up. We saw the RSI confirm the peak here. You see it? And then we're waiting for this cross. We're waiting for the cross of the stochastic RSI, the blue line and the red line, or orange line, whatever you want to call it, to come back down into these dotted lines and come back into this blue zone. That's the calling card. That is it. And again, you want to kind of try and take it at the cross of this as it's coming down, because once it enters this blue zone, you've already missed the opportunity. Look at this big, massive red candle at the time that's happening. The candle before kind of puts it at the cross. This is just crossing. See, so you can use these two powerful indicators together to kind of guess where the top of the market is and where it's going to be. Where are we now? Where are we now? So let's take a look. Like I said, the RSI, let me just delete this because that was my funny looking version of it. We're here with the RSI, which means we've got plenty of room for this to come up and touch this white line, right? And on top of that, it's doing what I'm hoping for it to do, what happened in the last cycle of 2017, right? Or 2015 to 2017, 2018, is it comes up and it remains above here for a long period of time. So we've come up, we've had the buy power. Can we remain above here on this on the stochastic RSI and just keep floating about above this line? If we do, expect powerful moves to happen for Bitcoin. But what will we be waiting for? We're going to wait for two signals. Bang, this blue line comes up and hits here, and as that happens, we're going to look to see if this stochastic RSI line is about to cross and come back down. When it comes back down into this blue zone, that's when we know the cycle is ended and we're now starting to form a bear market. That was the first indicator I wanted to show you. Let's quickly take a look at this and see where we are on the shorter time frame, because that's the long perspective. Shorter time frame, Bitcoin looks to be doing what it did in the last cycle. So I believe we're in the beginnings of a bull market. We broke out, and as you can see, this is the Keltner channel, which has a blue line, two blue lines, top and the bottom. Then we have a yellow line in the middle, right? And every time we see the price of Bitcoin break above this yellow line, it's a trend reversal. It's bullish. And in a bull cycle, it tends to stay above it and it just bounces off it like this. The bounce, comes up, bounces off it. See, look, comes up, bounces off it, bounces off it. It just keeps bouncing off it. I can do this all the way through and it just bounces off it. So, that's what I'm looking for this particular cycle. And so far it's holding true. Right, I know we saw a little a fall down in price, but look, it's done it. Let's come up, bounced. See it, bounced, come down. I'm expecting it to bounce off this yellow line and come back above again. So if it comes down to this yellow line, like I said in the last video, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it's pretty much the same stuff because I'm expecting it to happen. Is I expect Bitcoin to come down to this, right down to this yellow line, which is about at the time of recording this $28,156, and then bounce off it and come straight up to the blue line, which is roughly about $32,000. Guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Was this helpful to you? If you enjoyed it, drop that like, give me a subscribe, become a Patreon. They see these videos first, give them the opportunity to get in and understand what's going on with crypto, so they have a good, clean mind of what's going on in this crypto space. I got 7 tiers, take your pick. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. It unlocks all my posts. I'm just trying to guide you. I'm trying to give you clean, simple analysis that you can take with you on your journey, that you can say, you know what? I kind of understand this. I can see what's going on. I've got a good, clean vision of where I should be taking my profits. And that's what this analysis is about. And I'm going to keep sharing it to you. I'm going to show you on my journey and your crypto journey where we should be taking profits, which is near enough at the top. All right. So subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hopefully this helps you on your crypto journey. Have some fun with it as well. Loads of different tiers. Take your pick. Exclusive VIP partner tier is my most popular tier. If you can afford it, the next one above, my CEO tier, let me just grab it up. Super Alerts gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. Over there, I talk to them way before I buy, way before I sell, way before I do anything. I'm discussing things with them. We're talking about projects. There's big money that know how to make big money. Trust me. Like, I'm dead serious. And they're always sharing great projects, making good gains over in that group. So come check it out. Guys, thank you for watching. Where's my channel? Is this it? Yeah. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.